So, guys, today we are here for the online sessions, understanding about Zoom. And when we take session online, we usually face with issues. So, right now, till 12:50, the Wi-Fi was working. So suddenly, my Wi-Fi has stopped working. So, what I'll be doing, I'll be showing you practically how you could actually take session from mobile. The only issue is I'll not be able to put my video on. The moment Wi-Fi comes back, I'll be putting my video on, and I'll be also sharing my PPT on screen from mobile. So I'll be doing the work which I'm going to show you on screen also. So welcome all to the presentation. We'll be ready to move, right? All the participants, a very warm welcome to all of you. So welcome all for this session on the basics of online teaching with Zoom by me, Mahesh Jain, organized by the company called as My Trusted Tutor.
Yeah. Rishabh here from mytrustedtutor.com. mytrustedtutor.com is a teacher discovery platform to find teachers, trainers online. And we are soon going to start recruitment solutions for schools, coaching classes, and institutes. And after this, we got the after this COVID-19, many requests have started coming. Why to how to teach online? So it's not our forte to deliver this kind of training program. But since so many requirements come and the response have been tremendous, that we thought of organizing. And now we have done one survey which online platform to people are using or to use for teaching online. And surprisingly, last survey, maybe some of you also would have participated. 90% of people are using Zoom for teaching online. So Mahesh will take the things forward.
So again, I am welcoming a session on basics of online, the help of Zoom. So here we begin the presentation. If you could just begin and see on screen, it's written online teaching 2020. I would just like to spend 1 minute on this online teaching. When people used to say that let's do something on Google Classroom, let's do something online, there was some reluctance shown by teachers and what I could say coordinators and head of the school also, because it takes extra time. But now in this duration of COVID-19, we are all stuck and we are okay. So if you could just see on the bottom, there's option a small meme shown which says that who led the digital transformation of education. Is it the UGC? Is it the MHRD? Or is it COVID-19? So we all happily agree that it's COVID-19 which has somehow told us to move ahead with online teaching. Go ahead, Rishabh. Can you just launch a poll?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, please. So all the participants, I would request you to read the question on screen. We have already done a pre-survey before this session, and the questions were shared with you. And we've got the responses, but still we want to see what sort of cohort right now available with us. And if you could see poll on screen, just answer on it. If you can't see poll, I would request you to answer in chat box.
People are answering. So how the percentage we are getting it? Almost out of 25, almost right now, 68% are having more than 10 years of experience. Come again?
Wonderful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could just share the result maybe after 30 seconds. Okay, we're done?
People are still joining.
Okay, so just for your information, we have conducted one session on 20th and we kept the capacity of 1,500. We got more than 150 participants. To accommodate the remaining one, we have conducted, am I audible, Rishabh?
Yes, Mahesh is good now.
Okay. Can you launch the poll can you share the result with everyone?
It's still in progress, polls.
No, you can just close now. Okay, and can you share the screen also? That would be better, I guess.
Share results.
Yeah. Let's see what are the results. Oh, wonderful. So we could see here the participants we have are 59% participants are above 10 years of experience. The grade which the participants are from, we have maximum from secondary teachers, and we have 33% pre-primary teachers, and there are college level teachers also. Wonderful. So I'm a secondary teacher. I teach physics in the Samaya school from 6 to 10. So I'll be able to help you guys out here about how to go ahead with Zoom. Okay. Rishabh, are we ready now?
Yes, yes, we are ready.
Cool. So can you share the...
Yeah, you can start with PPT.
Okay, guys, as we said, technical difficulties are one of the major issue which we face when we are in the online sessions.
Are you facing difficulty, Mahesh? Should I share?
Yeah, I'm requesting you to share the video. The video which we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So guys, we have just seen the sort of cohort which we have. Now we'll be showing you a small video. Now, whatever be your experience, whether you are pre-primary teacher or college level teacher, this video shows you that अगर आप आए हो तो कुछ तो लेकर देना. Right? So I'll begin with that only, that you can play.
काय तर मला काय कळतच नाही.
Rishabh, you can play, yeah.
क्राइम मास्टर गोगो नाम है मेरा. आया हूँ तो कुछ तो लेकर जाता हूँ, खाली हाथ कभी नहीं जाता. आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? आओ, आए हैं तो कुछ तो लेकर जाओ. आओ ललिता, टाइम वेस्ट काय को कर रहे हो यार? पैसा वेस्ट मत करो यार. आओ, आया हूँ तो कुछ तो लेकर जाऊंगा.
Thank you, Rishabh, for that. Now you can put the video off. I'll share the screen.
Okay.
So as you've seen in the video, Crime Master Gogo says, "आया हूँ तो कुछ तो लेकर जाऊंगा." So I would request all of you to just make sure that आप आए हो तो कुछ तो लेकर जरूर जाइए. We good to go, Rishabh?
Yes, good to go.
So as I told you, I'm using my mobile phone and I'm going to actually show you how you can take this session with mobile.
Mahesh,
Rishabh, is the
I guess
screen visible?
this is very good.
Yeah.
Because many people have been asking question how to teach over mobile. So it's a good opportunity that your Wi-Fi is not working, so you're teaching complete training or taking over mobile.
Okay. That's what I said, that I'm going to walk the talk, which I'm going to do. So can we see a screen with thing written on the... Rishabh, can you just...
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Is it e-learning written visible? Okay, guys. So
yes,
here
it's e-learning.
Presentation. Something is... Yeah, okay. You may feel that my voice is lagging, so I'll be keeping the screen for 10 seconds extra so that you could just catch up with what I'm saying and what is written on the screen. Because e-learning is a tool for all of us. I request all of you to keep yourself on mute, please. So e-learning, what is it? We have learned during our B.Ed days that e-learning is something which happen on computers. Like our task. This is what we have to do now. Now, when we talk about e-learning, we have two types of e-learning. Synchronous. People have started the question answers and other things to the student, and they are not doing any teaching face to face. They're yet to begin. So that's what we are here to help you out. Right now, what we are doing is in the synchronous manner. Okay, I would request everyone to keep yourself on mute, please. I'm still hoping that before the session ends, my Wi-Fi comes back and will be on screen. Yeah. Okay. So as I told you just now, what we are doing right now, face-to-face, is synchronous teaching. Asynchronous is when you are sharing the detail with the student over a mail or a Google Classroom, and they share it at their own available time. So the next screen which comes out is anxiety. Rishabh, can you just tell me, is it visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Rishabh?
Yes, it's visible. Mahesh, it's
Okay, cool.
visible.
So the next thing, okay, cool. So what you see on screen is so what is anxiety? Now, I was anxious that I'm going to take session for 100 people one more time, and now it's the Wi-Fi is not working. So anxiety is that, but we can't just say that session can't be taken. We have to do it. A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. I don't know what would be the outcome of this session. I'm taking it on mobile, but we need to move ahead. Why anxiety? Because my topic was that teachers today teaching online and anxiety related to it. This was a survey done by American institutes. You can read over there, Yale Center for Emotional Learning, in the month of March towards March end, and it was found out that the five most mentioned feeling amongst all the teachers anxious, fearful, worried, overwhelmed and sad. And anxiety by far was the most frequent mentioned emotion. So that's what is there. Now you must be thinking that US में ऐसा है, India के teachers का क्या? So we also did a small question answer with our teachers. That's the thought from Indian educators that when, and these are the educators who have started using online teaching from maybe last 1.5 months. So first one, it's exhausting with all the household chores. I believe all the teachers here could network issue. Now, who can tell better about it? Right now, I am facing network issue and I'm on mobile right now, not on the laptop. Too much screen time, yes, not only for students, but for teachers also, because for taking one session, you have to prepare, and the preparation time is more than what you do it for offline. Safety is major issue when it comes to online teaching also. When you are in class, there are cameras and all the things, but here there are no cameras apart from you taking this. And meetings are happening every time. At any time, you will be getting message that there is a meeting and you can't deny it because you are at home. In the end, I'll say just in short, it is overwhelming. Now, now when we do asynchronous teaching, when we are giving the assignments, it also becomes difficult for students to sometimes interpret what is given. And on the right side, if you could see, there's a small that those who have already started teaching, you will be able to it, and those who will be teaching in future, you will be able to see that that's going to be your face when you give all the instruction and students are going to say what to do. I hope you will be able to relate to it. So what? Anxiety means what? So you will not teach or what? We'll have to continue, and for that there are some techniques. You can see there are some techniques what you could do, whether you've already started teaching or you're going to start the teaching. First of all, establish your presence right away. Guys, it's a time we are not face to face, as in not physically available. We are not physically there. We are there on screen, but still you need to establish your presence. Be available for the student. Use online resources. Whatever resource you could use in the effective manner, please use it. Make sure that you connect with the student. Your assignment, provide your feedback. And if you could see on the right side, are you really connecting with your student? If you are able to answer this question to yourself, and if you feel that your answer is yes, you're doing good. You could use to connect the student in the online environment. Rishabh, am I visible? Audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible, Mahesh.
So I guess with this we end. This is what the society will feel, what you will feel, and what actually you will do. A small meme available from the social network which I've picked. With this, anxiety part of the session got over. So I would request Rishabh to just launch the second poll so we get the idea about what we need to tell the cohort available. Yes, Rishabh,
Okay,
over to you.
I'm doing it.
Thank you.
Yes, I have launched the poll.
Okay, awesome. I would request all of you to just participate in the poll, because if you participate, that will give us a fair idea about the answers. There are 3 questions: which platform? I think we have got idea. Rishabh has already told around 90% people are using Zoom itself. Now, whether you've taken session or not, are you on mobile phone? Are you on laptop? Are you on tablet? That will give me an idea about how to go ahead. Yeah, Rishabh. Wait, can you tell what is the result of the poll?
Let's wait for some more time.
Okay. So we'll wait for maybe 3 more seconds.
Anyway, it has become that most people are using Zoom. Here,
Okay,
89% of people are using Zoom.
Okay. Can
Some
you
are
share
using
the result
Skype.
with everyone? Can you share
Yes,
the
yes,
result with everyone?
I'm just waiting for more people to at least vote it.
Yeah.
So
We request all of you to actively participate in the poll.
And almost
that will help us out.
And almost more than 50% of people are new to Zoom or yet to take any session. And close to 50% people are taking over mobile and 50% people are taking over laptop.
Wonderful,
so
wonderful.
It's a good opportunity since people are taking over laptop, over mobile, and the teaching is also going on mobile.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll end the poll now and I'll share the
Let's
results.
see the result. Yes.
Results will be visible to everyone.
Yeah.
Share results. So you can see the results. 88% of people are using Zoom. Then it comes Skype.
Okay.
Skype though was one of the pioneer in online teaching, but it's lagging far behind.
Okay.
And
wonderful.
40% people are yet to start teaching over Zoom or through online. And 14% or 21, only I see 25% people who have taken more than 10 sessions. And the split between mobile and laptop is 50-50. So 50%
So I think we are ready then in that case. Okay, 50-50. Good, good,
yes.
good.
I'll stop sharing the results.
Yes, that will actually give us idea about how to go ahead. So 50-50 is the range, which is 50% are on mobile, 50% are on laptop. That's what is going to happen when you will actually take the session. So my session is only for the teachers who are going to teach, and you're going to host for this. Now on the screen you can see it's written Zoom lesson app. Let's learn how to use it. In the meantime, I would request all of you to keep yourself on mute, please. Thank you. So are we ready to go ahead with learning what is Zoom? If yes, you can just show thumbs up on the screen, and Rishabh can tell me if people are showing thumbs up or not. Yeah. If you are ready and if you are ready to go, let's see thumbs up on screen. I'm repeating one more time that I'm not on, my Wi-Fi is gone, I'm on mobile, and I'm trying my level best to help you out. Okay, Rishabh, can you see thumbs up on screen? People are showing thumbs up?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Okay, so we are ready to go. So I'm going to specifically tell you how to use laptop, how to use Zoom on mobile phone as well. So here we go. So I guess all of you have downloaded Zoom. So I don't have to tell you that go to browser, type Zoom, and then download. Because you are on the webinar, I guess all of you have downloaded Zoom. So when you download the Zoom, first thing comes on screen is this, which tells you join a meeting or sign in. Now, when you have to join a meeting, you don't need a sign in. You need the password which the person who's hosting the meeting will share with you, and that's what you have to enter. But now we are here to understand what to do when we have to start with using Zoom as host, when we have to host a meeting. So when you click on sign in, you get options. whether you want to go for basic account or you want to go for pro account. So I want you to just take 30 seconds, read all the and see yes question, then you need a account. But I'm going to share that, guys, we are Indians, we can do jugaad. The only thing which is of a problem here, will you likely to be scheduling meetings absolutely need to be longer than 40 minutes? Yes, teachers will need time for more than that. But for 2 months, Zoom given it as free, although it is Zoom has it, not beyond that. But right now it is free, unlimited. You can use it for unlimited time if you are an educator. So that's what I'm going to tell you how. Okay, my screen is gone. Okay. So yeah, so let's understand what to do. As I told you, I'm going to show you Zoom on laptop, Zoom on mobile, what to do, how to do, the way ahead. So the moment you sign in, and as we said that pro and basic, let's say we are talking about the basic version. The moment you sign in on your laptop, this is what you see on the left side. And on your mobile, this is how you see the Zoom app. Just a quick question, Risham, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, awesome. I can't see people, otherwise I would have asked them to respond.
Mahesh,
okay.
In fact, it's very good that you're taking over mobile.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so if you could see on the left mobile phone, the moment you have the option you will get, I'm going to take you in detail about everything, all the basics from A till Z about the basics of Zoom. So let's see what happened when you go on mobile. When you are on, as 50% people said that you are on laptop, the moment you start, you get these 4 options, and the moment you click on new meeting, you actually start with your own mute. You start meeting with your own self. So when I'm saying you start meeting with your own self, now guys, I'm going to just share this that I'm teaching from last 2 months, but the student I may have, this will help exploring the Zoom. The more you explore with yourself, it's going to help you out. All the options can be explored with this. You can actually record also your own stuff. So this is how it looks when you click on new meeting. Right side, you can see that's how your screen will be visible. When you are on mobile phone, the first option is new meeting. You click on new meeting, you get option the start meeting, and the moment you start the meeting, again you are with your own self. Again, going back to laptop, the second option is join. I think join, all of us are aware. The moment you click on join, you will be asked for ID. And the moment you click on ID, you'll be asked for password. Now, most of you would have logged in with the one step click on the link, which is also available option. And same thing happen on mobile phone also. When you click on the join, you will be asked for password, ID, and then password, and then you can go. The third and very important option is schedule the meeting. So when you schedule the meeting, you will see the options available. I would like to ask you to spend 10 seconds time on the right side in the schedule meeting. What are the options? Those are very important. Yeah. So if you see here on the right side, the moment you click, now this is very important because you're going to schedule meeting for your students. You're going to host the meeting. So the moment you click on schedule, you get title as topic, what topic you want to give it out. The timing, the dates are there. Then there's option of recurring meeting. Now, if you want the meeting to happen same time every day, then you can click on it. But I would advise you to just do not click on recurring meeting. Let's have a new meeting every time. Click on the meeting ID, which is generate automatically. Do not go for your personal meeting ID, security issue otherwise. Videos you can keep off for the participants and for the host also. That way, lot of data will be saved if you have a data issue. Next is calendar. If you just combine it with the Google Calendar, when you are saved, you will get a message 10 minutes prior to the meeting that meeting is going to start. There are some advanced options which I would highly recommend that you should click on the enable waiting room. You must have seen when you tried to join in this meeting also, first thing you were in the waiting room. So if the host feel that we should allow you to enter, then only you will be able to enter, and that helps you in the security. There's a lot of thing happening around about Zoom that it's not secure and all, but if you use it properly, it is very secure if you use it properly. Then there's second option, which is enable join uh, before host. So I would advise not to allow your student to join before you join. That's a safe option for you, for the student. Mute participants upon entry. Otherwise, the moment they enter and everyone start talking, it becomes a chaos. So that is again advisable. Mute participants on entry. And next one is automatically record. That is up to you. If you want to record, you can. Otherwise, you cannot. So this was about laptop, how to schedule. Now coming back to right now what I'm doing on mobile, how to schedule your meeting on mobile. So okay, so now this is the option of scheduling meeting on mobile. So when you are on mobile, the same thing comes here also, same option, but the screen is small. You could see here. Again, all the options, as I told you in the laptop, you should keep those in mind, that the password, you should not use your personal meeting ID. You should use the one which is automatically generated. Waiting room, you should enable. And other thing, as I told you, if you want the participants to keep the video on, you should allow. Otherwise, if you don't want, you could put it off also. But waiting room, I would recommend that you should enable the waiting room. We're good to go? Am I audible, guys? Rishabh?
Yes, you're audible, Mahesh.
Okay, cool. So the moment you schedule the meeting, your meeting will be visible on your screen like this. So if you have scheduled a meeting for a day, that full day, whatever number of meetings you have scheduled, they'll be all visible on your screen like this. So you can see on the left side laptop, on home screen you can see the scheduled meeting available, and on the right side it's your mobile phone. That's how your scheduled meeting will be available. Now I would like you to just see on top there are 4 options, which is home, chat, meeting, and contact. So this is what is visible when you are in your home box. Now when we'll go to the, in mobile phone, it is at the bottom. You could see there is option of meet and chat, store, contacts, settings. I'll be discussing about all of them. The moment you go and click the part of meeting, all the meetings of that particular day you will be able to see here. On the left side you can see on laptop, and on the right side you can see how it is visible on the mobile phone. Now coming up to one important part about settings. So when you are on laptop and you start Zoom, on the top right corner there's a small icon available which says settings. And in mobile phone you have icon on the bottom right. I have shown you the arrow over there. That's option of settings. The moment you go ahead, now I'll be Zoom recommend that if you want to have the best experience of using Zoom, it recommends using desktop or computer, basically PC. But mobile phone also you can survive, you can use it. It's not that you can't use it, but you won't get the best experience. So as you could see right now, I can just present my PPT. I can see people on my right side, whereas on the laptop I could see everything and I could also present my PPT. So I'll be taking you to mobile. There are very few settings in mobile, but very important settings. So the moment you click on setting, you get these 4 options you can see on the right side: contact, meeting, chat, and about. About is about the Zoom app. Chat and chat and meeting options are very important. There you need to do some setting, which I'll be telling you. For mobile first, then we'll go for laptop. So the moment you click on meeting in the mobile phone, you get all these options, and I would recommend all the options which I have clicked on, you should also have it, so that it becomes safe for you people. Anytime feel free to click photo. I guess I'm back on mobile. My Wi-Fi has come. Okay, Rishabh, if you could just allow me to enter from my laptop. Okay, awesome. So this is what happened if you can just see when you are on mobile and laptop together. So I'm gonna switch to laptop. Give me 2 minutes time, guys. Am I visible, Rishabh?
Yes,
Yeah. Hi,
Mahesh.
guys. That you could see now, I'm on screen. Yeah, and I'm using my laptop. So I'm gonna just
So today
put
it's
the
happened that half of the session we have taken on mobile and half of the session is happening on laptop. That's
wonderful.
really very
Yes.
good.
So now I'm gonna take you onto the. Is the voice echoing, guys?
Yes, the voice is echoing.
Okay. So am I audible, Rishabh?
Mahesh, you're not audible. Yes, Mahesh, now we can see you.
Audible, audible. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Okay, guys. So as I told you, I'm on computer now. If you can hear me, can I see thumbs up on screen? Let's see thumbs up on screen, everyone. Okay, Miss Shraddha is showing raising hand. Wonderful, guys. That's awesome now. So as I told you, I was using mobile phone. Now my Wi-Fi is back. I'm using my laptop now. So I'm gonna switch to the PowerPoint part. I guess I'll just see where were we. So is the PowerPoint visible to all of you guys? So I guess we
Yes,
have
Mahesh
come.
is visible.
Awesome. So I guess we were here. Settings. Yes. Okay, so I guess we have completed this part. We were on setting now. Yeah. So as I was telling you all that these are all the settings which you should keep. Always show video preview. This will allow you to make sure that what is visible and what is not visible. Now there's second option which says that show non-video participant. Ideally you should keep it open because people are camera conscious. So if you would have seen, I was using my mobile phone, but I have not kept the video on, because if I keep the mobile phone on and video also on, data consumption becomes more. And right now my purpose was to make sure that you are able to use the content well, right? So guys, if you keep that off, then you will not know only which participants are there and which are not there. Okay, am I audible, guys?
Mahesh, you're audible.
Okay, awesome. So these are some of the options. Show name when participants join. Yes, you should allow it to be seen. The one important thing which you could do is you can ask students to make sure that they have their own name. You can give them warning that maybe for 5 minutes you will help them in understanding how to change name. For changing name, they have to click on the where on the square boxes on top right corner. Three options are there. They have to click there, and they will be able to change their name. Okay, Rishabh, can you tell me which screen is visible? Yeah, it's mobile. Very good. Okay, cool. So if you could see the connection time and original sound, this you should keep on. Now when you go ahead with the chat option, these are some of the settings which you need to be careful about, that whether you want all the participants to chat with you or with everyone, or with everyone only, not amongst themselves. Usually it also happens that when participants you keep the chat room open, they do chit chatting internally, like two people are doing chit chatting and the classroom is going on. So what I would advise, what some teachers do is they just keep the chat room closed, but I would advise not to do that, because that becomes sort of dry area, that nothing is happening, only one person is talking and no live, so students feel that they are not being taken into consideration. So keep the chat room open, but keep it for everyone, so that whatever they write, it comes on screen. Now coming, those were the settings for laptop. As we've seen, there are only two things which you could do settings in a mobile phone, because the best experience is on laptop. So right now you could see on laptop, when you open Zoom, on the top right corner there's a column of setting, option of setting. You click on it, you get these many things for the settings. So what all are the settings? Let's see them quickly. Okay, so the first setting is general setting, which talks about when you show thumbs up, what sort of color it should be there, whether you want the recording to happen or not. When you are, if you are inactive for 10 minutes, will it allow you to remain there or not? All those options basically. Second one is video. So you could see I was trying out, now I was trying to search all these things on internet to find out for all the participants, but I couldn't find. So I thought let's show our own stuff, and all these things are setting from my own account. You could see on the video when you click how your video looks to the participants. Everything is visible, whether you want the background to be visible, whether you want the spotlight on you. What is spotlight? Is when you are talking, only you will be visible, not the other people. So these are some of the settings for the video. When you go for the next one, it's the setting about audio. So sometimes it happened that when we are trying to hear, when we have joined in right now, if you would have seen, I was checking with Rishabh, am I audible, am I audible? But when you are participant, you can't do that because you don't know who's going to be there in the session. In that case, there's when you click on audio, there is option of speaker and microphone. You can actually test whether your microphone and your speakers are working or not. There are some more options. You could see whether you want automatically connected with the audio or not. Next option is share screen. I'm going to share one important and very interesting thing related to share screen, but towards the later part of the session. When you go on to this, there was some option which says that the moment you log in, do you want your screen to be full on your laptop or you want half? So all in mobile also and on the laptop also. So Rishabh, can we go to the next slide? Yeah, so the moment you log in, as I told you, this is what is visible to you on the screen. I'll be giving all the answers, Ms. Chaya. Maybe that is the part where we are leading you people to also about scribbling and annotation also. Yeah, Rishabh, can we go to the next one? Okay, so the moment you are into the session, before the student join, these are the options available to you on the left side. First thing is your mic, whether you want to put it. Now this is on laptop, whether you want to put yourself on mute or not, and all the settings related to audio is available over there. Next one. Next slide, Rishabh. Next one is again, you can see video, whether you want to put your video on or you want to put your video off. And even in that, there is option of whether you want to have a virtual background, yes or no. So all the things are available on screen. Next one, Rishabh. The next option is very important, which talks about security. So in that, you have option of lock the meeting. We got one of the question in our pre-session survey there. One person has asked that what and how you can lock the meeting. So let's say right now also we have a schedule, we have a capacity of 100 people. We could actually lock the moment we get the participant, but we are not doing it because people may move out, move in because of the internet issue. But if you are sure that everyone is there and you don't want anyone else to enter, you can lock the meeting. There are other options also that who all can share and whether you want others to share or not. Yes, Rishabh, next one. The next option is about the participant. The moment you click on the participants, now all these options right now will not be visible to you because you are not the host, you are the participant. So when you are host, these are all the things visible. The moment you click on the participants, you will see all those who are there in the meeting are visible to you. Next one, Rishabh. The next option is of chat. The moment you click on the chat, the options related to whether you want everyone to chat with each other, whether you want only them to chat, all of them to chat only with you or with only everyone. So these are all the options available. Next one. Next one is about you could see share screen, whether you want everyone to share the screen or you want only yourself to share the screen. Ideally, in ideal situation, you should allow only yourself to do that, because it's not safe that, as we are seeing, there are many issues happening. So it's preferable if you allow only yourself to do the sharing and not the student. Next one, Rishabh. Next option is recording. You could see available, you could record. And the next one after that is reactions. As I was telling you, show thumbs up and clap. So when you are host, these are the options. When you are participants, you get some more options like raising hand, chai garam hai, we are going fast, we are going slow. All these options are available when you are participating. Next one, Rishabh. Okay. So just to share, right now my Wi-Fi is back, my internet is back, but my laptop is hanged. So that's what happened in the real life situation. On the coming back to the slide, on the left side, if you'll see, there's a I option given. When you click on it, all the details related to the meeting are visible, which is your password, which is your meeting link, and all the IDs and other things are visible. Next one, Rishabh. After that, on the left side, the second option is of security. I think I've already told you what all things are there and where we are talking about security. So the next one we are talking about is towards the end, when everything is done, what to do. So it is always advisable that when everything is done, you should end the meeting. Do not just exit yourself, just end the meeting. So it helps you to understand that meeting is over and nobody else is taking over your meeting. Next one, Rishabh. So now these were all the options for laptop. Now let's see what to do when we are in mobile phone. So when the session has started, the moment you start the session, on the left side, you get an option which says call via device audio. You are supposed to click on it and then you will be able to hear and say things which others can hear. And the moment you click on it, you get option of muting or unmuting yourself. Next one, Rishabh. Next option when you click on it is a video, and after that when you click on the option which is share one, the moment you click on share, your mobile phone also allows you to share various things. Right now you can see it's the PPT shared by Rishabh, but previously I was sharing from my mobile phone. So you have option of sharing on the mobile phone also. The moment you click on the share, and there is option after the sharing option, there is option of participant. The moment you click on participants, you get the list who all are the participants. You can mute or unmute them, or you can mute everyone also. Next one, Rishabh. Rishabh, next one. Okay, then there are next option. When you see on the mobile phone, on the right bottom, there are 3 dots. The moment you click on it, for that particular meeting, what all are the settings which are available, which are after you've started the meeting. You could see whether you want participants to rename them or not, whether you want participants without video to be visible or not. All those meeting settings are there. And after that, in the end, we have option of ending the meeting, which is again, as I advise, when you are host, you are supposed to end the meeting. Don't leave the meeting, end the meeting. And
Mahesh, I'd like to interrupt here. This rename themselves is very important, because here in today's session also people have joined and they don't know that how to rename themselves, because in the screen it's appearing that someone's mobile name is appearing, so it becomes difficult to identify. Similarly, in the actual session, when students are also entering, they should also rename themselves, so it comes that the right person is name is visible.
Yes, that's a wonderful point which Rishabh has brought. As I told you that initially only I told you that in initial 5 minutes you should tell all the student to make sure it's their name on the screen. It is for the security reason. And if you feel that somebody is not changing the name, then you can just remove that person. It becomes very better that you are safe enough. And after that, you can click on it and you can leave the meeting. Yeah, Rishabh, can we go for the next slide?
Yes, yes.
And I guess the next is poll. So we are ready for the next poll. Rishabh, can you launch the poll? and also allow me to enter from my laptop. Okay, I'm admitting myself. So hi guys, I'm back again on the laptop. The poll is visible to all of you. I hope I'm audible, right? Rishabh, am I audible? Rishabh? Can someone?
So Mahesh, you're audible.
Oh, awesome. So you could see now I'm in front of laptop. This time I'm using my audio from mobile phone. So I don't want to switch so that everything goes smoothly. So you could see poll 3 is there on screen. I would request all of you to participate in it. The questions are, do you know how to share PPT, how to share video? Do you know what is annotation in Zoom? Please answer. And the next part is, I know we're getting late. I'm so sorry for that, the technical issues, but we will cover all your questions. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Rishabh, can we have the results of poll?
Yes, we can have. So I'm sharing the results on the screen.
Wonderful, it's visible. Yep.
So almost 50% people don't know how to share PPT or videos, and 50% people know about how to share. And fairly large number of people, they don't know how to use annotation tools.
Okay. So I'll be, there's someone called as teacher to everyone. Voice is too low. Ma'am, can you just reply? Am I audible now? Is it clear? I don't know. Let me pick someone with the name. Yes. Okay. Vivo1919. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Salim Amis. So Rishabh, can we go for the next slide? Yeah. Okay. Vivo1919 says that's Garima Miss. If you could just rename yourself. Yeah, Rishabh, let's go for the next one. Now I'm going to take you to the technical part of what to do if you're on screen. So I think I have shown you all these examples today during the session itself. So you can see right now I'm on mobile and on laptop also. But right now sharing is done by Rishabh for just avoiding the discontinuity. So how to share when you are on PPT? How to share PPT on mobile? So that I have shown you. PPT you can share the moment you click on share option. Yes, sir, but it's better when on laptop. Yeah, I do agree. It's better when it is on laptop. As I told you, the best experience of Zoom is on laptop. Fair enough. But right now, I'm also going to show you that with mobile also you can do. It may happen that it's a lockdown and you have issue with your laptop, or you don't have laptop available with you. That doesn't mean that you can't continue with teaching. So you could see the option here on the screen, how to share PPT on mobile. The moment you click on share, you get all these options: share window, screen, bookmark, all those things. The second option from bottom is screen. The moment you share screen, you get a pop-up message which shows that everything whichever is there on your screen will be visible to all the participants. That's what I did initially, and you were able to see everything which was there on my screen. And you should start the PPT before that. There's a app called as presentation, PowerPoint presentation. You could download and you can have PPT and then you can share. Yes, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? Rishabh? Okay, so that was the part where we are talking about sharing PPT with mobile. Now, how to share PPT when you are on laptop? The moment the screen is same, the moment you click on share, the PPT, you should always have it beforehand ready. You have to open the PPT and keep it ready. The moment you click on share, you get option. And if you could see on the screen towards the left bottom in the blue column, that is the PPT which is already visible, which is already kept open. And the moment you click on it, the PPT starts. That's a PPT from our previous session, which was on 20th May. Yes, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? Now, in mobile phone, there's one difficulty. You can't share video. And even if you share the video via screen, the sound will not be heard by the participant. That's what I have experienced. But in mobile, in laptop, you can do that. You can actually share the video. Option is same as you share the PPT. You have to keep the video on. The only thing is, if you could see on the left side. Now, somebody has So yeah, okay. So if you could see on the left side, there is option of share, but in the share towards left, there's a blue, a small tick has been marked. That is to share computer audio. The moment you click on the computer audio ka sound, then the video as well as the sound will be heard by everyone. So for doing this demonstration, we have shown you the video of Crime Master Gogo, if you remember that. आए हैं तो कुछ तो लेकर जाएंगे. So guys, it's not the presentation, it's the mini stories between the presentation which were important. You have seen how I have switched from mobile to laptop to mobile, and then someone else is also sharing. So that's how you can share video on the laptop. Yeah, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? Now coming up to the next important part, which is whiteboard. Now, if you are a maths teacher, if you are accounts teacher, if you are science teacher and you have to use board and you don't have whiteboard at home, you don't have blackboard at home, what to do? In that case, again, Zoom has option on mobile phone. When you click on share, the last option is share whiteboard. The moment you click on whiteboard, that's what you see on the right side. The whiteboard is visible. On the bottom left, you have a pen wala mark. The moment you click on it, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? The moment you click on it, you get another 5-6 option you can see on the bottom, which talks about what all are the pen marks available. You can do marking, and that's when the actual fun begins. The moment it happened that when you have kept the screen open, students start scribbling. And that's what has happened in one of my previous session. During the start, when we were just starting to know what is Zoom and we were not aware how to disable it, that's what students started doing. And then I'll be sharing after we come to the computer part. So the moment you click on it, you get option. There's also option of smart recognition. The moment you try to draw a line, if it is a straight line, it gives by default straight line. You can save it also. Okay, I'll be sharing that answer Vivo 1919. After the session, I'll be telling you, is it there or not, right? Okay, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? So when you are in the meeting, when you start the whiteboard, there are some options which are available. So as it says that annotate. Annotate is when somebody can scribble on your screen. Right now we have disabled the annotation, nobody can scribble. So if you don't want anyone to scribble on your screen, you should disable it. But what I have done when I was starting, I've seen that people are scribbling, and it's not that they are wanting to disturb the class, but they just are exploring. They're just trying to explore ki kya hota hai. And the moment they start exploring, they don't know how to put it off. So that has happened. So what to do in that case? So what I do from that time onwards is initial 3 minutes, I give them my class ka open. That you just keep the. Okay, I'll be sharing that answer later on, Sneha Miss. Let's first finish the laptop part as well. So the moment you allow them to annotate for maybe 3 minutes, they're all satisfied that ha humne kuch scribble kar diya hai. Then I told them that after that, if you do any scribbling, it has to be done constructively, with you and me doing together. I'll be sharing how we have tackled that situation, because it's not easy to actually do annotation. Scribbling is very easy, but when you have to actually work on screen, it becomes difficult. So this was about mobile phone. You can also do, if you want them to annotate, there's also option, if you could see on the bottom, that name of annotator can be visible. So if you don't want to disable it, you can just keep it open, and whoever scribble, you will be able to see the name of that person who's scribbling on the screen. Yeah, Rishabh, can we go for the next one? And then stop share and you are back to the screen. Now coming back to the laptop part, if you could see laptop mein, again, when you click on share, in the share, there's first option, which is whiteboard. The moment you click on whiteboard, next one, Rishabh, you get these options. So these are all the functions available on top left side. If you could see on top, there are option which is select, text, mark. When you click on mark, there are option of square, circle, all those things, eraser, spotlight, all those options are available. And as I told you, when we start, somebody will start scribbling. So there's option of disabling annotation also on screen. Rishabh, next one. So if you'll see on the top right corner, there are 3 dots and there is written more. In that, if you could see the third option, it says disable participants annotation. And if you don't want to disable, there's fourth one, which is saying name of the annotator, who's doing scribbling on screen. So that also you can actually find out from that. And for maths, for science, you could see unable to see screen, we can see you. Okay, if you are on mobile phone, go to the slide yourself, as in your mobile towards right, and the second last slide is me. I'm going to see second last slide. If you're seeing only me, just slide if you're on mobile, and second last one would be your presentation mode. So please go on presentation mode. You can see the presentation. The moment you click, that's example we have shown here. This is done by the student. And when the students have actually tried doing annotation on screen constructively, they understood that it's not easy to write on whiteboard. And then after that, I have never faced issue of annotation disabling, because students understood that it's not easy, and they start sympathizing and empathizing that things are not easy for all of us. And that's how we have tackled. So one example of how annotation is, how a whiteboard is used constructively in classroom is the next one. Rishabh, can we go for the next one? Yeah, you could see this is student and teacher. A live class of mine is going on. You could see how text is also there. Formula is also written. If you are a chemistry teacher and you want to write the chemical formulas, you could put it on screen, or you could just try writing. The example will not be clear. Obviously, you will not be able to write as clearly as you have written on the board, or as fast as you can write on board, but you can continue. It's not that you will not be able to do it. You will be able to do it. You can see how we have written the formula also in the ratio form also. Yes, Rishabh, next. So coming back to this is from the ICAC class, and you can see how the diagram is drawn beautifully for the derivation of principle of momentum, right? So that's again an example, as I shown you. Whenever you're taking a session, you can actually record also, or in the whiteboard you also have option of saving. You can save. So once you've drawn, you don't have to draw it again. The same file you can share with the student also on the Google Classroom. Yes, Risha, next one. So I think we are towards the end of the session. People say Zoom is not safe. Indian apps are also there. Yes, I do agree. Nothing is safe for the moment. So these are some of the apps, and every app has some advantage or disadvantages. So Zoom takes the least data available. It allows in the free version, it allows 100 participants. I'm not promoting any site. It's just the statistics to share. Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, every app has some advantage, some disadvantage.